Good morning, students of class 11. It is the fifth chapter and it is the lesson from Hornbill. The name of the lesson is the Ailing Planet, the Green Movement's Role. Written by Nani Palkiwala, in which you would like to know what are the concerns that the author has expressed. What are the causes of the destruction of the earth? What are its consequences that people are facing? What are the problems that have caused the destruction of earth? How beautiful, how serene, how calm and tranquil and green clear crystal water was available on the earth. How our scientific researches and domestic wastes and mismanagement and without much thinking and the rudeness and ill culture people have destroyed the planet on which they live, which is an asset to all of us, so that it can be transferred to our forthcoming generations, and how we shall really make it so dirty that it will not be able to be lived. Means all kinds of plants, animals and creatures will just become extinct and they will not be surviving in this world. So it is our earnest desire that how this earth can be saved, that everyone must think, everyone must understand, and only then this earth can be saved from pollution and any kind of destruction that is really going at its peak, and it must be checked. So it is the duty of each and every one to keep a mindful action in mind, and that must be executed in a certain manner. I already told you about the reasons of the destruction of the earth, but what is its consequence? What is its aftermath? What is its result that you are going to understand? This has resulted in a widespread ongoing extinction of other species during the present geological epoch, now known as the Holocene extinction. This extinction is to be checked. If it is not checked, certainly the species that survive on the earth will not remain forever. Moreover, the large-scale loss of a species caused by human influence. Since the 1950s has been called a biotic crisis. What kind of crisis is this? Biotic crisis. With an estimated 10% of the total species lost as of 2007. Means nowadays the loss of species is increasing, and so it must be understood well. At current rates, about 30% of species are at risk of extinction in the next 100 years. Means here we are facing certain problem that is speculated by scientists, and we cannot ignore it. So here the species that are on the verge of extinction need to be preserved by just keeping them in national parks or the bird sanctuaries where they can be kept preserved. Government as well as the common citizens must pay attention to it. In the present day, human activity has had a significant impact on the surface of the planet. More than a third of the land surface has been modified by human actions. Means third part of the land surface has been modified by the human actions, and humans use about 20% of global primary production. Only we are using the 20% of global primary production. So how small this amount is. Moreover, the Holocene extinction event is the result of habitat destruction. It has caused the loss of habitat and widespread distribution of invasive species, hunting and climate change. Means nowadays the climate is automatically changing, and in summer we sometimes feel cold and in winter we feel warmth. So what is this change that has been taking place in the recent few years in some other countries where this does not happen? So here we need to pay attention. The Holocene extinction event is the result of habitat destruction, the widespread distribution of invasive species, hunting and climate change. Here the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has increased by close to 30%. Wow. Oh. Since the start of the Industrial Revolution, means the Industrial Revolution started in 19th century, and since then we have come to 21st century, and it has contributed 30% of its thing, and so now our life is in danger. We need to check it out, otherwise problem will multiply. Present condition of Earth. The Earth's present condition is that it is in a damaged state and under threat from dangers including those arising from global warming. Means global warming is the biggest cause of the Earth's destruction. These threats include greenhouse gases, droughts and floods, hunger and famine, and devastating diseases such as malaria and AIDS. So, if these diseases spread, certainly there is loss of life. There must be people who should be brought to knowledge about these things. Some experts, scientists are calling for carbon taxes. Carbon taxes to cut the risk. Damage from flooding alone could run into billions of dollars as creeks, rivers, small rivers and estuaries begging to fill up and more ice melts. Means here we are in big trouble. If there is the risk of carbon taxes and flood comes, the whole earth will be submerged in water, as well as everyone will not be able to breathe properly and suffocate. In such condition, there is a risk of survival, and almost we can say that one cannot think of the survival of life. So here the depletion of the principal biological system is there. Here the author mentions the ecological concern pointed out by Mr. Lester R. Brown in this book, The Golden Economic Prospect. Mr. Brown points out four principal biological systems that are fisheries, forests, grassland, and cropland. These form the foundation of the global economic system as they supply food and provide raw material for industries except minerals and petroleum derived synthetics. The demand of the human beings on these systems is increasing to such unsustainable extent that the productivity of these systems is being hampered. The excessive demand result in deterioration and depletion of resources, leading to the breakdown of fisheries, disappearance of forests, deterioration of croplands, and turning of grasslands into barren lands. So here this is all. Thank you children. I will tell you something more in the next video. Thank you all of you.